We're back on Longhorn Weekly. Roger Wallace sitting in for Craig Way. We're talking UT softball. Happy to be joined by senior center fielder and captain Brejae Washington. And Brejae, every time you talk to a student athlete, a senior, and they always say, I can't believe where the time went. How has it been now being the leader, the captain, after, thinking that your time here is probably going to last forever?
Oh my God, time has flied by so fast. And I mean, yesterday was just my little sister's 18th birthday, and I was just like, where did the time go? Like, you're not little anymore. And I feel the same way about being a senior now. And I mean, it's just been such a humbling and amazing experience. And I don't want it to be over, but it's slowly coming to an end.
But you got a lot of softball ahead of you. How important is this back half of the season? You've got Tech coming in this weekend. You got the win over Baylor. To get back to your ultimate goal, obviously, that's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just taking it game by game and learning from our good games and our bad games, and going back to the clubhouse and working on little things like that and doing whatever we can to be able to get back to the World Series.
For you, being part of a World Series team last year and then being a veteran with a lot of young kids, how has that changed your role?
I'm at the point now where I know what it takes to get there, and I mean, a lot of us seniors do because we've experienced that, and I mean, it's kind of just going and taking what we know and our information and little things that we can do to make our team better as a whole, and telling the younger ones that, because I mean, we do have a young squad this year, and I mean, we don't like to refer to our freshmen as freshmen anymore, like they're our newcomers, and I mean, we need them to step up because we need them just as much as they need us. So I think going off of that is really going to help us get back to the World Series.
How does a Southern California kid end up at the University of Texas? What sold you on this place from Santa Bernardino?
Oh my God, my visit here was just amazing. It was the football game, the atmosphere, and just being there, and I mean meeting the coaches and the other girls that was along with me on my visit, and it was just a family environment that I just really enjoyed, and I think you just know when you get somewhere, like like this is where you belong.
We're going to visit with you and Mandy Ogle, one of your fellow seniors, in a moment. But what has it been like, just the journey? Because softball is what you do, but I'm sure it doesn't define you, being a student athlete at the University of Texas.
Oh, of course not. I mean, I try to venture out and do a lot of things outside of softball, but I mean, my journey here has been so tremendous, and so it's just it's undescribable. I mean, it's something that I encourage every little girl to dream big and to be able to accomplish and to do.
The University of Texas obviously puts a lot of emphasis on sports that some schools don't. What has it been like to be an athlete at UT? And maybe you see when you on your travels other sports, and maybe they don't have the benefits you guys have, to be a student athlete here in this athletic department. I
mean, being a student athlete here at the University of Texas, we are spoiled. I know, I talked to a lot of my friends.
I thought only the coaches were supposed to say that.
No, I'll be the first to admit it, like, we're actually really spoiled. And I know I talked to, some of my other former teammates from travel ball and some of my other friends that go to other universities, and I tell them certain things, and I'm like, yeah, y'all don't have this. I'm like, yeah, we get that. And I mean, they're like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. I'm like, yeah, we got it made. And being a student athlete at the University of Texas is, it's everybody's dream.
I know the number 20 is very special to you for a very personal reason. Do you want to share that story?
Sure, I don't mind. I wear number 20 for it's going to make me cry. But for my father, who died of cancer in 2005.
You and your siblings, though.
Yeah, we all
do that to honor.
Yeah, we all wear his number to honor him, because that's the number he wore when he played football in high school, and he ran track as well. So
he must know that what you're doing for him, not just as an athlete, but as a young lady.
Oh yeah, of course.
The University of Texas, with the bulk of its Big 12 schedule coming up, how do you kind of shift gears from so many non-conference games and turn it up a notch for the conference?
We kind of we took it as being on the road and now being back at home and opening up with this Tech series. I know we worked a lot on being able to take advantage of our series and take our notes from different segments, because we have played them many of times. And so piggybacking off of that and letting the freshmen know, hey, this is what you expect for this player, or this is how this pitcher pitches and what she pitches to lefties or righties. And I think taking notes and using all that to go off of and to be able to take a series and going to Big 12 with our win over Baylor already, like, I think that's just nothing but motivation to go off of. And knowing that we win Big 12, I mean, we already have our foot in the door to our next step, which is win the College World Series.
So much we talk about is pitching in softball, and usually the biggest names we think of are pitchers, but you guys make a big difference offensively. You guys have a team batting average of 344. You're producing a lot of runs. How difficult is it in the box to get production against these pitchers?
I mean, it's so hard because each pitcher brings something different. I know Whitney Cannon, she's really dominant with her rise ball. And so, I mean, it's like taking notes off of that. And she'll really stresses like, hey, we're playing Whitney this year. I mean, this series. So, I mean, we'll go into our cages and we'll work on that rise ball, laying off of it and knowing the top of our strike zone or the bottom of our strike zone. And I mean, I know just stressing that and just going off of experience and being able to say, like, I faced her before, so I know, like, what she's going to come with again. But, I mean, she's going to make her changes as well. And I know we did really well with that coming off of our first game against Baylor.
Okay, we're going to come back with you a little bit later. You and Mandy, we're going to keep it light. We're going to learn some stuff about this softball team behind the scenes. But thank you, Brejae. We'll be back with more special guests. This is Longhorn Weekly on the IMG Longhorn Radio Network from the LHN studios.